the 10% level significance.
I just
You
texted.
fail to reject.
I texted.
So basically what that says is that it doesn't matter what the destination of the trip, contestants will tend to write checks in the same range, where, you know, the average check written by contestants who play for a U.S. trip is no different than for an international trip. So that means that destination is not a significant what factor. Is everybody with me so far? Right. By the way, is that that factor, that independent variable, that factor, destination, is that a demographic factor or a treatment factor?
Which one?
So going back to this scenario, we see that the factor that breaks these contestants down is the factor is the destination of the trip, right? Is that a demographic factor or a treatment factor? Why?
Couldn't describe a demographic.
Right. And the answer, right. You're right. You're right. It is a treatment factor. That trip, playing for that trip, was imposed by the game show, and not the contestant. Is everybody with me so far? So this is a treatment factor. Is everybody with me? Okay. And that treatment factor is not significant in this case. Okay. So I'll go over these. Let me pull this down for just a minute. So I'll go over these slides. Here, that's the observed test statistic one we use, and I showed you the calculation. Here, the purpose of me pulling up the t-table was just to show you that the critical test statistic was somewhere between, what was the critical test statistic? What was it, 1 point what?
It was at the 14 and the 5%.
14, 5%.
1.761.
There's the 1.761. But what was the observed test statistic? The observed test statistic was
1.012.
Right, 1.012, and that's between 0.868 and 1.076. So if we had to estimate what the p-value was, we would have to double these two numbers. So that means the p-value is between 30 and 40%. And we found out it was what, 32%, a little over 32%, right? Because look, 1.012 is closer to 1.076 than it is the 0.868. So that means the p-value is closer to 30% than 40%. Okay. Again, you could use the t-table to estimate the p-value, but it's a very rough estimate. Okay. All right. So did we write the 5 steps? Did we ever write? Okay. Okay. Let me write it real quick, and then we'll go to the next example. So, gotta go to the CC. Y'all always think I'm coming on your side. Then they gonna hate me because they gonna say, well,
I don't
Linda's always going like I'm showing favoritism.
I don't think
no,
they'll
no,
hate
I don't
you.
like it. You made me do all that math, so I definitely don't like you now. All right, I'm coming to
I
this
don't
side.
think they'll hate you,
I'm
baby.
sorry, I didn't mean to reject y'all. You bad.
It's okay.
I don't know no better. I got big feet. All right. All right, keep your head under the gutter, y'all. I know it's a lot. All right, so, null hypothesis. Well, you want to declare what's group 1. Group 1 was what? The U.S. trips, right? It's group 1 is contestants. It was contestants playing for U.S. trip, right? U.S. trips. And then group 2 was contestants playing for international trips. Okay. Just to declare that so that we know when we say mu1 equals mu2, we know what that 1 represents. Is everybody with me? So we're saying that the mean check amount for contestants that play for U.S. trips is the same as the mean check amount written for from contestants that play for international trips. And then The alternative hypothesis says, nope, not, right? Level of significance was what, 10%?
Yeah.
The observed test statistic, I'm not writing out the formula, I showed you calculation. It was what, 1.012? Degrees of freedom was 14. The p-value, well, the probability to the left and the probability to the right, what was it? It was, don't tell me, 0.1644. So this was 0.8356. P-value is the smaller, is 2 times the smaller of those two probabilities, which is 2 times 0.1644, which is 0.3288. And so we failed to reject the null hypothesis. The null hypothesis. And conclude, I'm about to move in just a second, sorry guys. Conclude that trip destination does not impact the amount of the check written. We'll just say check written. Now, I'm surprised that someone has not said something let's see, I'm gonna go back to here. I just want to see if somebody will just think outside of the box.
What do you have to do with the winning and loss data?
That maybe if we would have, help me finish what I want to say.
Considered win or loss, it would have affected the.
Yes.
Calculated?
Yes. You gave me too much, but yes. Should we have just only looked at those contestants that won? So should we have not eliminate, but just tell stat credits, don't consider the contestants that lost. Just look at the contestants that won and do this test. What we have seen statistically significant evidence. Or maybe just look at only the contestants that lost, maybe. I don't know.
We looked at
Everybody, regardless if they won or lost. Right. So if we would have looked at those that won, maybe we would see something different. I don't know. So that's what I was looking for. Like, we kind of neglected that last column, you know? Just hypothetical. I'm just throwing that out. Okay. Let's get to the one I want you to do. Okay. Where are you? And so that's 1B. Look, one would argue that the games, can y'all see that? Okay. One would argue that the games resulting in a loss should not be considered. So should we redo the study? 10% level significance, but should we redo the study and consider only the contestants that won? Do any of the descriptive statistics change? Does the conclusion to the hypothesis change? let's see, did I give you those? Crap, I did. So in other words, if we will only use that data, the cases of the wins, will we see a different result? So let's do that. Let's do that. So that means we need to go back. No, you do it. You do it. I'm tired. You do it.
You're gonna,
You do it.
you'll do the results without.
You gotta tell StatCrunch not to look at the losses. No, you do it. Go. You- So I'm gonna do it right now, but I'm not gonna show you.
Let's see.
You do it,
Outcome
and you'll get the credit.
here. Okay. Balance. Yes.
You can't delete the data.
Oops. Dang it, that didn't work. Oh. It didn't work. Oh.
Oh, you got it. Someone got it. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I just got it too. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm looking for the hypothesis test.
The field.
Oh, in the statistics, I did ask the statistics. So. Oh. I don't know if I got it.
Did you do my yes?
No, I didn't do the destination.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
just wins.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Jesse wants to do destination.
Let me
Oh, I gotta get my.
see.
It's a sign off.
We would just do wins, right? And tested. Oh yeah.